Hey there, welcome to DX News. You know the drill.
Welcome to the
DX News.
If you survive, you earn your freedom.
Today we're going to cover one more time Coffezila versus the Safemoon army. Let's call it part 2. And also, amongst other things, billionaire co-founder of FTX exchange Sam Bankman describing yield farming as yet another Ponzi scheme. Could he be right?
No.
This summer,
I am directly below the enemy scrotum
by executive producer Michael Bay. The war continues. And it's not a Transformer movie, guys. It's actually Safemoon versus Coffezila Part 2. This time, multiple of the Safemoon army are coming together to try and sue Coffezila for defamation and for the losses he has caused them. The second one, Coffezila, is actually doubling down on his allegations and saying that John Caroni might be using the dev wallet to fund purchases of NFTs and pump and dump shitcoins. In the meantime, John Caroni released a statement saying that innovation will always come with misinformation and he prefers to act instead of talking. Also, he released a pretty cool picture of him dressed up as Neo and stopping the bullets of FUD. Whose side are you guys on? Remember to always do your proper research. Sam Bankman-Fried, the founder of FTX exchange, went on an interview recently to describe yield farming as yet another simple Ponzi scheme. During the interview, you could see that, well, both of them declared ultra cynical, so we're not going to go into details of which one is more cynical than the other because we don't give a fuck. They could be tied for all I care. But anyway, the billionaire who became a billionaire by arbitrage trading Bitcoin $1 million a day says that yield farm is nothing but a little box that people pretend that it's life-changing. All the time it does nothing. And you put more money in, which causes a hype, and then other people put more money in and it causes everybody to make money. The interviewer went on to describe himself as the biggest cynic he's ever known, but that he just might believe that Sam knocked him off with that statement. What do you guys think? Sam Bankman-Fried, on the other hand, is actually a billionaire and who owns a multi-billion-dollar crypto company, so he himself might know a little bit what he's talking about. That's why we can't have nice things, Sammy.
I think of myself as like a fairly cynical person, and that was so much more cynical than how I would have described farming. Like, you're just like, well, I'm in the Ponzi business and it's pretty good.
You know, at some point, like if the world never decides that we were wrong about this in like a coordinated way, right? Like you're kind of the guy calling bullshit saying, no, this thing's actually worthless. But in what sense are you right? You could see something get market cap in the way that, I don't know, Dogecoin or Shibcoin have, right? Where people are just kind of like, haha, and then they buy it. And if you're like, that's dumb, it has no cash flow, I'm going to short sell it, you lose all your money.
Binance gives putting information on users who donated to the political opposition, according to a Reuters special report. We really can't say it's surprising, guys.
Wait a minute!
As CZ has said publicly, the Binance will stick to the local regulations in each of the countries it operates in. So, honestly, it is a little bit of cringe information to hear it. Which reminds me, not your keys, not your crypto, guys. Says the guy who moved his sale tokens to a centralized exchange. And to wrap up this segment, Shiba Inu beer, because why the hell not?
No way!
Welcome to the scam section, the part of the show that we try to convince you that being a villain is more profitable than being a good guy. Right, Jeff Bezos?
What is that? What the fuck is that?
Crime doesn't pay though if you're Reggie Fowler, businessman and former football player who found... Yeah, too many big words. If I'm not gonna have a teleprompter, I can't be forced to memorize all of this shit. Now, crime doesn't pay if you're Reggie Fowler, businessman and former pro football player who recently pled guilty to various charges of conspiracy, wire fraud, and bank fraud, and other type of crypto fraud. He had An attacker targeted Z-DeFi project, successfully draining $1 million via a flash loan attack. Now, after the funds were moved to the attacker's contract, he seemingly pulled a self-destruct function, which made it impossible for him to move the funds. Guys, even if you're going to do something bad, you have to do it well. And this guy wasn't capable of figuring it out. Damn it. Following up, the Bored Ape Yacht Club's Instagram account was compromised and used to advertise a fake airdrop for Metaverse Land. The post invited people to visit a website that prompted users to connect their wallet. Immediately after doing so, everybody's NFTs started to be transferred out. So far, 44 people fell victim to the scam, and a total of 133 NFTs valued at $2.4 million have been stolen. Honestly, this is actually very hard to detect, and we feel for the victims. We hope that the attacker goes to pee one day and get his dick chopped off by a flying pigeon. Hollywood is dishing it out against VPN providers, guys. Over 2,000 film studios have repeatedly taken popular VPN providers to court, getting settlements of millions and millions of dollars each single time. Now, while piracy remains a central course of the cases, the latest legal arguments used by Hollywood have turned into accusations of copyright infringements by the VPN companies and have actually sailed into dirtier waters. It's a pirate joke, by the way. Now, to be fair, we don't advocate for piracy, but the latest movies have been so bad that even if you do pirate them, you're still going to want a refund of your time, which of course does not apply to the latest Batman movie. Now, speaking of movies, what's your guess on who's going to play Vitalik Buterin in the upcoming film? My money's on Elijah Wood. Now, Vitalik is not the only one getting movies. Apple recently announced it is going to make a movie inspired on the life and the achievements of Michael J. Fox, the star of Back to the Future, who was diagnosed with Parkinson's at age 29 and who has consequently started a foundation with his name to combat and research about the disease.
Finally, some good fucking
movies. And moving on to possibly the best news of the week, Green Rain. We kind of skipped this one last week because we had a more prominent 420 story to share with you. But there was an accident on the highway in Missouri that caused literally 500 pounds of gorgeous green cannabis to go flying in the air. You don't see this every day, but it is 420 after all, tweeted the Missouri State Highway Patrol. Now, this really brings new meaning to the phrase, my way or the highway.
Smoke weed every day.
Don't you wish you were there, guys? And to top it off with DX News, version 3.4 is in testing, and we hope that you are as excited as we are. Top Secret game is also further into development, but you already know I can't say anything, so don't bother asking, guys. Just tune in next week. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe for the best weekly news. My name is Louis, and as always, do your own research. 500 pounds. Damn.